Well, today I started out making the bracket to hold this electromagnetic sensor, and I spent most of the morning because it's not sure if you can see it. It actually has a bolt right here, little gusset arm, other gusset. Spent quite a bit of time this morning fabricating that up, and it was worth it. This is something that I want to run and not shake too much and be very stable. So spent my time trying to do it right, making sure it's nice and strong. Also tonight, by the way, happy Turkey Day. Tonight I also added this guy right there. Added a little piece of metal so this throttle can't adjust. It can't. The problem was that the throttle was moving that way. So with that little piece of metal there welded to the bracket that I made a few days ago, it'll keep it from torquing. Also worked on the idle. I lowered the idle. Now that I actually see what the idle is, it's saying it's 1500 RPM at idle, which is extremely high. So I backed it down to about maybe 800, and it was just shaking the truck. So I bumped it back up. Now it's sitting at about 1100, which is still kind of high. Now I'm wondering how accurate my tachometer is right now. So it's possible that even though I'm getting a good signal, it's possible that there is something going wrong there. At least I hope. It'd be nice. The recommended idle is 850 for this model, but just 800. That was just shaking the truck way too much. So increased idle a little bit. Also, I did one of those items that I've been kind of avoiding to do. It's actually very simple. I'm not sure if you can see this little plate right here. It's a little sheet metal. That is the part of the transmission cover that covers the flex plate and the torque converter. And I went ahead and just took the plasma cutter and just zipped it right off, and it actually worked out extremely well. I was kind of shocked. There's a little bitty gap in between where the shield is and the actual I guess it's going to be the where's the gap at? By the engine? Well, actually, it's by the transmission converter that allows that engine to sit on a Chevy transmission. But anyway, there's just a little bitty gap there, and it was one cut. It didn't take very long at all. I'm not sure why I've been putting it off, but taking care of the small stuff. We still got quite a bit more, but I'm glad that I got to that done. Spent a lot of time working on the idle. One of the consequences of working on the idle is, where's that bolt at? I broke this bolt off. This is the banjo bolt, and it's a critical one. I have a way around it, but I'd like to replace it with a banjo bolt. Hopefully I can find a diesel shop tomorrow that has one. It wasn't very hard to back out. This is a brass bolt, and brass is already weak, and I might have over torqued it last time because it just snapped right off. But being a banjo and brass, there's just not much metal for it to work with. So we'll have to look for one of those tomorrow. Also, I'm going to need a bolt for the back of this. I took the bolt that came with it and actually welded it to the bracket. Just need one more bolt to put back there, make it nice and tight. And I think there's something else I'm supposed to pick up. Yeah, I got to work on my radiator hose. My lower radiator hose, I'll have to reroute that. It's leaking a little bit. I think I'm going to reroute it and change it up some. I'm actually going to try to catch that fluid because I think I put about, 4 gallons of the whatever transmission fluid is, about $15 a gallon. So I got quite a bit of money into transmission fluid. So I'm probably going to try to catch it and then put it back in once I fix it. Anyway, so I think that's all. Probably did some minor stuff, but That was the majority of the day. Anyway, I'm getting really close. Ha ha ha, I've been getting close for a long time. Hopefully tomorrow I can get those few minor pieces, get that cleaned up, and then it's going to be on to the transmission control. Oh, no, I got to do the brakes. I have this this guy right here needs to be mounted somewhere. I have to find some space. And it's an electric vacuum pump for the brake booster. I got to mount that up. Then it should be done. Oh, I'll be done with this side. Still got to complete the intake. It's got a little gap there. I'm not quite sure what I want to do over there. That's pretty minor. Anyway, y'all have a good one.